Hello, 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 party people. All right, new intro music and a new cadence for this weird and wacky show. Cadence, what are you talking about, Andy? Well, I was getting a bit of flack from folks in Australia, and I love my Aussies, and they said, Andy, it's no good if you run the show at this time, 12 Central Central Time, it's 3 a.m. for us, and that's a valid point. So I'm switching. I'm not doing back to back. I'm not doing Wednesday to Thursday anymore. I am doing Wednesdays and Fridays. Wednesdays is still 12 noon. Friday is 6 p.m. Central Time, which should make it early morning for the Aussies, and I think it works for Kiwis too. I think Kiwis is much easier too. So Wednesdays and Fridays, mark your calendar. Excited to see if that works. We'll see on Friday, I guess. But welcome. We have got some cool friends in the studio waiting to sit in the lukewarm seat. We've got Mick Adam, we've got Adam Posner, we've got Nathan Hay, and we've got Rob Roy Chalmers. All right, so in that order, I'm going to welcome my buddy Mick Adam. How are you, buddy?
I'm fine, and yourself, Andy?
I'm very well. Last minute adjustments to the camera.
Yeah.
Dude, what do you know about this show?
I've watched it a couple of times and found it interesting, so I figured I'd try and figure out what it feels like to be on the other side.
Well, I am so glad you could join us. Dude, I'm going to add the picker wheel to the screen, and I'm going to click it right about now. Round and round she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows. Yeah. Oh, 10. All right, man. 10. Are you ready for my burning questions out of set 10?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, here we go. Here we go. What's better broken than whole?
What's better broken than whole?
Yes.
Oh, that's an interesting question. A puzzle.
Okay. What's something that I don't know?
What's something that you don't know? Interesting question. Good question. I don't know. What don't you know? How many languages I speak?
That's correct. I don't know. I'm gonna guess, right? Because as my dad would say, you're a bell jock. Bell jock because he's Scottish. I think at least 3. Okay, by dint of where you live.
Right.
3, possibly 4, Mick.
Add more.
All right, so English is the 4th.
Well, yeah, there's Dutch, there's French, there's German, there's English, there's Italian.
5. Oh,
I'm up to 5 that I actually speak.
Wow.
I understand more than those 5, but
wow, that's super impressive. Say something in Italian to me.
Well, buongiorno, Andy. Come va?
Buongiorno, Mick. I know. Molto grazie. So thank you very much. And I also know. I used to know. Bella bruna ragazza.
Okay, all right.
Beautiful.
You never heard about the bella donna?
Yes, all right, very cool. What profession doesn't get enough credit or respect?
People doing or taking care of the trash.
Yeah, I agree, absolutely. Or nurses.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Teachers. Absolutely. Yeah. But yeah, the trash man, absolutely. What was the most amazing physical feat you've managed to pull off?
Physical what?
Feat. So like an achievement, an amazing achievement.
An amazing achievement.
Physical.
Okay. I ran a marathon.
You did?
Yes,
Wow.
I did.
How recent?
A long time ago, and now I'm suffering from it, but a long time ago, I ran a marathon in just under 4 hours.
Outstanding. And it took a lot out of you. It had long-standing physical repercussions.
Well, the thing is, I have bad knees now.
Got it. Understood.
So, yeah. But
So
it was the real achievement, though. I mean,
yeah,
running 24 kilometers,
right.
it,
Well
it
now,
is, it's a big one.
well now you can focus on Tour de France because that's easier on the knees, right?
Yeah, it is. It is. It is.
No.
That's what my Cairo says.
What values are most important to you?
Honesty.
Absolutely. What piece of art would you create if you had to pretend to be an artist and submit something to the gallery?
Interesting. What piece of probably something that is very unrecognizable, and just all kinds of splashes of paint on a canvas.
Like a Jackson Pollock style. What do you need help with most often?
What do I need most help with? Taking care of my garden. I have a garden, and my brother has a garden, and he always asks me to take care of his garden. And in all honesty, I
It's a
need
chore.
help.
It's a chore.
Everything that I try, either it dies.
Oh, okay.
Or,
So it's not just the physical help; it's the actual tactical or the technical help with. Okay, how do I stop killing these, or how do
Yeah.
my tomatoes grow bigger?
Yeah,
I've never been able to grow this kind. Got it. Understood.
Exactly.
What's the most disgusting sounding word in the English language?
It's the F word for me.
Yes. All right. Fair enough. If cartoon physics suddenly replaced real physics, what are some things you would want to try?
Run backwards faster than I can run forward.
Yeah, that's a good one. What's your go-to casino game?
Ooh, roulette, of course.
Roulette. Yep, that's a fave. That's
I
one of my
always
faves.
win.
Yep, that's a good one. White or black? No,
Uh,
red or black? Red or
black.
black? Black. What do a lot of people have very strong opinions about, even though they know very little about it?
Thinking about this. Actually, I'm going to say something really weird.
Do it.
People going on hunger strike to get asylum in a certain country.
Huh.
People have very strong opinions. We have a situation at this point where there's like 80 people going on hunger strike, or they've been on hunger strike. And the thing is, we don't know what their situation is like. And everybody has an opinion.
Got it. And they have no idea.
Everybody has the wrong opinion, in my opinion.
Right. Fair enough. What did you believe for way too long as a child?
Well, that's going to be Santa Claus.
What age did you stop believing in Santa?
Oh, when I caught my parents at it at the age of 12.
That's funny because that's when my daughter stopped believing as well. 12.
Yeah, the present they gave me was a little too big to get through the chimney, and
right.
rolling it in.
That was then. Okay. Do you like things to be carefully planned, or do you prefer to just go with the flow?
Go with the flow, not too much planned.
Really? That surprises me.
It does.
Yes, I thought you were a planner. I thought you were very sort of strategic in everything you did.
Yeah, I tried. I have to be on a daily basis. The thing is, I'm also an introvert, but you wouldn't tell.
Wait, you're an introvert, and you're doing this very extroverted thing right now.
I've learned it.
It's something you've learned.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy it?
Yeah.
Being extroverted.
But I enjoy it. But on the other hand, I have my moments where I completely go back to the other side.
Sure. I'm a little like that. I like my own company sometimes. What story you've heard has stayed with you and always disturbs you every time you think about it?
That's a good one. Gee, what story have I heard?
Yeah, stayed with you for the longest time, and whenever it pops back in your memory, you find it disturbing. It's a tough one, that.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I don't know.
You can come back to it if you wish.
Yeah, I don't know. I just no.
All right, man. The penultimate question: what's the creepiest technology out there right now?
The creepiest thing. It's basically, the Googles and the Facebooks knowing exactly where I am. The GPS thing.
Yeah, that's
I mean, everybody knows where I've been, what I've done,
right?
And that kind of stuff. It's creepy.
Agreed. And final question, Mick: what's the most embarrassing story from your childhood?
From my childhood. All right. What's the getting caught going into a school that was actually closed and going into the lab, and I was got by the police. That brought me home because I had forgotten something in the class, and that's I wanted to get it back, and I knew how to get in, but I got called by the police and they drove me home.
Oh wow! What were the parents? How did the parents respond to that?
I mean, detention for a few days, and that was about it, though.
Yeah.
No other. I didn't do anything wrong. I had a good reason, but at least it wasn't. It wasn't the nicest of homecomings.
Right. So someone must have spotted you sneaking into the school when you're trying to retrieve something.
Yep.
Called the cops, and then the cops.
I still don't know who, but I mean.
Right. Yeah, it wasn't me. I promise.
Okay, thank you.
Mick,
that's one person off the list.
Mick, how do you feel?
I feel happy.
Yeah? Was that fun?
I do. I mean, I'm in the part of Belgium that didn't get inundated. We have the best type of weather, and there's 2 dogs lying at my feet.
Beautiful dogs.
Yeah.
Yes, I've seen them. All right, man. I'm gonna put you back in the green room. Stay with me, and I'm gonna bring you back towards the end of the show just to say hi, so you can say hi to your fellow 16 questioners on this show. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thanks, buddy. See you soon. Stay there. All right, Adam Posner in the house.
Happening. What's happening, Mr. Foot? How's it going? I'm happy to be on the other side of the screen. I'm on the right side, or depending if you're home on the left side. I'm also sitting down, which I never do. I only do that on other people's shows. My show, I stand up. But for you, I'm casual pause. I got my window open. I only have one of my lights on, so a little bit different look. I don't want to give away the whole Pod Studios look.
Yeah, it's looking good, buddy.
The window's open. There's the shelf. I got my Legos, my giant Lego spaceship I built up there.
Look at that.
The window's open. The guest chair. Look at
Jimmy.
that. Yeah, my Ghostbusters up there. Yeah, little tour, little office tour.
Fantastic. Good to see you. Good to see you,
man. Likewise. How's it going? How's your summer going?
It's going very well. It's going very well. Having fun, and I'm at the beach, and I'm chilling, and so 16 questions is the name of the show. What do you know about this show, Adam?
I know that there's going to be some questions asked that are random.
Yeah, there's going to be a picker wheel, if I can pull it up.
Hold on, Nathan, I have the Legos Ghostbusters, by the way. If you look up on my shelf up there, see the Ecto-1 Ghostbusters? It's right there. There it is. I'm right one step ahead of you, buddy.
All right, so let me see if I can pull this.
Is this the Wheel of Fame or the Wheel of Shame?
This is the picker wheel to choose the set of 16 questions, because I've got 25 sets, so 400 questions in total. I may expand it over time, and this is the way I do it in a very sort of random way.
Jeez.
I'm going to click on the spin.
I don't think this is random.
It should be random.
I think
let's hope it's not 10.
I disagree. I think you preset.
No, let's hope it's not 10. Oh, 21. That's a hard one.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, this is
hot seat. Let's do it,
dude. No, lukewarm seat.
Oh, sorry.
No worries. Adam Posner, are you ready for?
Let's do it.
16 questions. All right, here we go. When was the last time you felt you had a new lease on life?
That's a good one. I think when my son was born.
Oh, good one.
Yeah.
Good one. Why?
Well, I don't want to undercredit my daughter, right? I don't want to give her credit, but there was there's 6-year age gap between the two of them, and you get to a certain point. If anybody has kids at home that are more than 5 or 6 years age gap, there's a big difference between having a 6-year-old and a newborn in the house, and I just felt newborn as well.
Well, the daughter's got the show, so you're not.
She's got the show, and she's got the business. NHP right there. She's got the business. So she's got literally her initials are on my hat right now. Yeah.
So we can spend some time and additional love on the son. What TV show character would it be most fun to change places with for a week?
Oh, probably that sexy dude on Bridgerton. He's cleaning up over there.
He's cleaning up. I could totally see you in that role now.
I do fancy a British bird every once in a while before marriage. Yeah,
a British bird. Nice. Using the correct terminology, might I add. What was cool when you were young but isn't cool now?
I mean, everything. The telephone, talking to people, having human contact. That was cool. Going outside, playing games, riding your bike. That was cool. I mean, we had Game Boy back then. Right, Game Boy, but now we all have all these crazy handhelds. You could get a vintage Game Boy. I want to get one and just leave it in the bathroom. I think that'd be a good place for it.
Tetris. I want to play Tetris on the Game Boy again.
Tetris doesn't get old.
Never. It's just amazing. You can just float off into a Tetris world and just get with the strategy and clear those lines.
Well, interesting. Side note on Tetris too. There was multiple games within Tetris. You had points, and then you had the speed round, and then you had the one where it was going faster, but they were building up, and you had to get in it. That was my favorite one. That was a real challenge.
Yeah, the more challenging, the better. If you were moving to another country but could only pack one carry-on sized bag, what would you pack?
Oh, that's a good question. So, fun fact. My wife and I went to Iceland November 2019 for 5 nights, and we each packed only a carry-on. So we are experts in that. Yeah, with winter gear.
Wow. Yeah, but you did. Yeah, you answer that question.
Yeah. So it's essential stuff, because there's a secondary follow-up question, which is the climate. But what do I really need? I need my jeans. I need my hoodie sweatshirts. I need a couple of t-shirts. I need my what do you call them? Soccer shorts, right? Something comfortable. I need my sneakers, and I need my boots and a couple of hats. I'm good to go.
What kind of boots?
Oh, it depends. I would go with a dressy, casual, all-terrain that handles. You could dress up or dress down. If you tuck them in, tuck them out.
Yeah.
Wear them to a work meeting in the sloppy rain or slush.
Okay.
Versatility.
I've got this image of you now, fully dressed in a jungle, because, like you say, you didn't ask about the climate.
I'm the Steve Irwin of recruiting. No, he's dead. So I'm gonna go with the Bear Grylls. I'm more of a Bear Grylls fan anyway.
He is a legend.
I love Bear Grylls. I actually met him. A little fun fact: I met him when I was working at Sirius. I have his autographed book.
Really?
Here at home, and I was lucky enough to spend a couple of minutes with him afterwards. And as he's walking out of the Sirius XM studios, he leaves his phone on the table, and I grab it and I chase after him. I'm like, Bear. I go, I bet you can't live without this. And he turns to me and goes, sadly, you're right. That's my Bear Grylls story. Yep.
Nice story. Cool.
Also, the youngest kid. The book is called "The Kid Who Climbed Everest," and he was the youngest person to ever summit Everest.
That was his book?
The Kid Who Climbed Everest by Bear Grylls.
Really?
It might not be the exact title, but it's very close.
Yeah, he's cool. But Steve Irwin is also a legend, for sure.
He went out in such a crappy way.
Oh man,
like the non-obvious, right? Like he's the Stingray just like sucker.
Just terrible. Jab. If magic was real, what spell would you try to learn first?
Cutting people in half.
Yeah, it's a good one, isn't it?
There's a lot of people I'd love to just cut in half and leave them for a while.
Yeah.
Particularly some candidates and clients.
No, not literally.
No.
Magic spells. Magic spells. What goal do you think humanity is not focused enough on achieving?
Well, it's two. It's sanitation and drinkable water.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
They kind of go hand in hand.
Yeah. What problem are you currently grappling with?
How to keep my front lawn from turning brown every summer.
I've
gotten to a good point though. I have a new pretty high tech lawn watering system called Ranchio. If they want to sponsor the show, and it's all predicated on the weather patterns, and it adjusts based on the rain. It's pretty great. So I have a lot less brown on my front lawn this year
because of that.
I'm making progress.
That app. It's funny how these questions go with the flow. And we already spoke about Tetris, but and Game Boy. What game have you spent the most hours playing?
Mario Kart. And it's great because I played a ton in college, and then recently for my daughter's birthday, she wanted the new Nintendo Switch, so we got her that, and the first game was Mario Kart. So I've been playing that at night after she goes to sleep.
I got the Switch too and got Mario Kart. Yeah, it's a fun one. If animals could talk, which animal would be the most annoying?
Probably a squirrel.
Yeah, I want to say something to you. Hey.
Well, they usually got nuts in their mouth, so it's hard to understand them.
Yep. Do you eat food that's past its expiration date if it still smells and looks fine?
Well, I'm married to a Russian. I have a Russian mother-in-law who's in my house, and I have a Russian nanny. So there's a lot of questionable things that I eat. So I think my gut, my microbe in my gut has adjusted a little bit better to it. So we have a sliding scale in our house depending on what it is and how it smells. Usually it's like 10 days. Then you do the smell factor, and then you kind of nibble a little bit.
Right.
But then it turns to like a pickle type of product. Like, oh, I didn't know I could have pickled hot dogs. I guess these pickled hot dogs are good. They're still good to eat.
Absolutely.
It's a freaking delicacy once it turns pickles.
Yeah, you just don't pay any attention to the official expiration dates. I love it.
Just eat it. They're guidelines. They're not rules.
They are guidelines. What's the most ridiculous thing you have bought?
Probably this giant 3,000 piece Lego Space Shuttle Discovery that I put together up there.
How long did it take you to put that?
Well, it's interesting. I could probably put it together in one sitting in about 4 or 5 hours, but I spaced it out over about 3 weeks where I did a little bit here, a little bit there. I did it in between meetings, did a little bit during downtime. So that's my therapy. Legos are my therapy. I collect the adult Lego creator sets.
Got it. So have you got another one lined up, ready to go?
Yeah, well, I also have the International Space Shuttle up there too. It's a little bit smaller set, but they're coming out with the Seinfeld. There's two things I'm going to get. There's the Seinfeld Lego set, which is a whole TV show set, which is an easy one to put together. But they have a Lego typewriter that's on back order right now. It's beautiful, like an old school typewriter. And nice. I have a spot for it. I want to put right next to the chair there.
Very cool.
The thing is, I don't let my kids in my office because if my kids were in here, my 3-year-old would.
Oh yeah, demolish. Absolutely.
I mean that spaceship up there is.
That's why it's up there, out of reach. What's the most depressing meal you've eaten?
Ever?
Well, yeah, or recently. It's up to you.
Oh,
if you can remember one that's depressing.
That's a tough one. I don't know if there's one in particular, but I think it's one of those things where you go to a restaurant and you have your mind set on something and you see something on the menu that looks good and you're like, all right, I come to this restaurant all the time. I always have that. I know it's always good, but they have a special today. And you get that special and it sucks. And you're like, I should have just stuck with, I should have just stuck with what works.
Well, you had the other choice and you should have gone with the second choice in retrospect. I promise these questions are not specific to you. Have you ever been in an engagement pod?
Nope.
Me neither. What outdoor activity haven't you tried but would like to?
That new surfing they have with the motors, not the one that goes up and down, but they have these surfboards with these little engines on it and they kind of go in the water. Those look pretty cool.
Yeah.
Going back to the engagement pod one for a minute here.
Yes.
Kind of our thing here. I saw something interesting about 15 minutes ago. I saw somebody who is, I'm not going to call anybody out by name here, someone who's I know for a fact is in pods.
Yeah.
Talking about having a conversation with somebody else who has been in pods, talking about how engagement really doesn't matter or the views don't matter.
Really?
I was like,
yeah.
I'll send that to you afterwards offline.
Yeah, please do. Yeah, that motorized surfboard type thing, was that what Zuckerberg was on with the flag?
Yeah, with his he didn't rub in enough. He didn't rub enough sunscreen.
It's terrible. What penultimate question, Adam? What songs hit you with a wave of nostalgia every time you hear them?
Yeah, absolutely. So anything from the Dave Matthews Band, that always kind of hits home here. And I love Journey, man. I just love Journey.
Yeah, Journey's cool.
I mean, separate ways. Come on.
Yep. Final question. What's the worst backhanded compliment you could give someone?
Probably. I'm not gonna say it verbatim, but I think it's kind of along the lines of keep at it with the good content. You're getting somewhere. keep going at it with a little New York snark on that one.
Adam Posner, thank you so much for being in the lukewarm seat. How do you feel, bud?
I'm feeling good, dude. A little side note. Been off my Peloton that I was doing really good on for a while. I had a little foot injury, and then we went away on holiday. And today was the first day I was back. I felt very lethargic the last couple of weeks in the morning. So I woke up today. I go, I'm going to change it. I'm going to change my energy. And I jumped on the bike, and it changed my entire day.
Fantastic.
Even if you could only get in 15 minutes on that bike, it gets your blood pumping. It gets your heart racing. I didn't even need coffee till a couple hours ago.
We need a Peloton sponsorship.
Oh, man. I know people that know people.
Very, very cool. All right, man. If you have time, hang with us. Stick with us in the studio.
Yeah, I'm going to hang out.
Good man. And I'm going to welcome our next contestant. Thanks, Adam. All right. I'm now going to welcome, actually, it's Nathan, I think, and then Rob Roy Chalmers. I think that's the order. And stick with me, Rob Roy. And Nathan, welcome. How are you, sir?
Wow, thank you. The famous Andy Foote.
What? No, I'm not famous. I'm just everywhere. Dude, what do you know about the show?
I stumbled across it last Wednesday, and there was an invite link that I got to, not the actual show. And so here I am on this thing last week going, what is going on? What do I put peanut butter on that's weird?
I know.
And I thought, this is just cool to talk to you and just answer weird questions. It's just fun.
It's straight up random engagement, and it's as you say, it's fun with a capital F. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this, and let's hope that 10 or 21 doesn't come up. Round and round she goes. Where she stops, no one knows. Oh, unlucky 13.
All right.
All right. Let me scroll up to the 13th set. All right. Are you ready?
Yes.
Say I love you in a foreign language.
I love you in a foreign language.
No, you can't do that. I'll accept your answer. I'll accept your answer, Nathan. It's good enough. Would you be able to milk a cow without instruction?
Probably not. I've seen it done.
It's easy.
I've seen it done
with three legs, right? You don't need the outfit, and then you got what, a choice of 5 or 6 of the hangy down things.
5.
From the
5, yeah.
Don't choose the other one. And you just do this.
Yeah, I'm sure it's that easy.
I don't know. It's not that easy. I'm sure it isn't. Do you have a fire extinguisher in your car or house?
Yes.
Both?
I do.
Both?
It's a big one. It sits by my back door.
What about the car?
No, not the car.
Get one in the car, dude. Is the express? I don't know if that's a requirement. Is it? It's probably not a requirement.
Not in America, no.
Nah, I don't think so. Is the expression "red-headed stepchild" offensive?
To the redheaded stepchild, probably.
Yeah, I think it's probably specific to them. Yeah,
it doesn't bother me.
Or me. I've used it in the past. Is the no? I've already asked that question. Is Bigfoot real?
Yes.
You were so forthright with that response.
I just watched the documentary on.
Doesn't prove a thing.
I watched the documentary.
Have you seen one?
Who hasn't? I mean, he's
Bigfoot.
real. He's on that video.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to seek out that documentary.
He's strolling through the lumberyard.
But there are lots of. There are probably many documentaries. Anyone in particular that you can recommend?
It just came out on. I want to say Netflix, but it might be Amazon or Peacock or something. But it's called Bigfoot, and it actually ends up being a drug dealer or something. So, but it tracks the Sasquatch in Oregon, but it lands on a drug dealer. It's fascinating. I enjoy it.
Now I'm going to have to Google that and test my Google skills. Which would you rather, bungee jump or roller coaster?
Both would make me throw up.
Yeah, but
I think I'd do roller coaster because I could go with someone.
Yeah, I agree. The bungee's just not fun, I don't think. Have you ever been to New Zealand or Tokyo?
No, I wish.
Yeah, me too. one of those higher than the other in terms of if you got to go to them? Would you?
Well, I want to go to Hobbiton, the Shire. I think I heard that's in New Zealand.
Yeah. That'd be cool. Is Everest overrated?
No, that's where the Yeti lives, as a matter of fact. The cousin to Bigfoot. So no. Sherpas are still looking for this creature.
Okay. Have you ever shipped your pants?
There's an SNL skit. Oh no, I crapped my pants. That's wonderful.
No, there was a FedEx. I think it was FedEx about shipping your pants.
There was. That was good. No, I don't think I probably did as a kid. I do remember falling off my bicycle and my pants ripping off of me and having to ride home in my underwear.
Right.
But that's not quite the same thing as shipping my pants.
Shipping. No, it isn't. Full fat, 2% or 1% milk?
I don't care.
Okay. Name a TV reality show that you like.
Is Hoarders a reality show?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it is.
I guess Hoarders makes me feel better about myself.
Have you ever eaten an insect?
Yes. Those black ants that are on they used to be on the playground when we were kids. They taste like lemon drops.
Agreed. Yeah, they're actually pretty tasty. People are watching this now going, oh, that's so weird. These guys are weird.
It bit my tongue.
So strange. So strange. What is an alternative name for eggplant?
Purple emoji. I don't know anything about eggplants. I think in another culture they symbolize something.
Aubergine. What? It's called aubergine. It's not eggplant. It's aubergine. Aubergine. I mean, it doesn't produce eggs. That's my issue with it. Right?
Oh yeah. There's no egg. It doesn't even look like an egg. It's not shaped like an egg.
Yeah, it's confusing to non-Americans. Is paprika pretty pointless as a flavor agent?
Probably. I never think to put paprika on anything.
I put it in my stew on a regular basis. Cannot taste it. Okay. It makes it look nice and red, I guess, but no.
Maybe it's just a color spice. I don't know.
Or maybe I need a smoked version, a better version than the one I'm using, paprika. Perhaps. Right. Superman, Batman, or Deadpool?
You know how many Batman movies there are? There's like 24. I don't know why he's so popular. Don't like Batman. He's a vigilante. Superman, I don't even know what Deadpool is. Sorry. I'm 44. Don't know what Deadpool is.
Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool?
No. Is he the flaming skull guy? That was Nicolas Cage. That was another dumb one.
No. He's the red suit guy.
Like Spider-Man?
Can't kill him. No, Deadpool. Yeah.
I don't like it. Superman's probably my favorite, but he's never really had a good movie. So.
All right. Well, Nathan, that was the penultimate question. Here's the last.
Great.
Great.
I know you said penultimate. I love penultimate. It's my favorite word.
Oh, that's right. That was the comment. If you took Molly, what would happen?
The Breakfast Club wouldn't be nearly as good.
Nice response. Nice, safe response. Nathan, hey, apologies. Welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
How do you feel?
I've enjoyed this. This is fun.
Good. That's the reaction I
feel good.
That's always the reaction I hope to get. I think one of the early ones I did on Clubhouse, someone said, I feel violated.
What did you ask?
Just normal questions.
Sure.
Questions. But yes, that was not the reaction. But she was kind of having fun with it. All right, man. If you can hang, I'm going to kick you back into the studio. Enjoy the virtual snacks. And I'm going to move to our last contestant. Thank you, Nathan. Stay with us if you can. Rob Roy Chalmers. Hello, bud.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you? I'm sorry. I'm in my truck because I'm off site today. So I'm on my phone in my truck. So
that's okay. Now, Rob Roy is a famous Rob Roy. Were you named after the famous Rob Roy?
I'm named after Robert Roy McGregor. Yes, I am.
Love it. Is there any connection with the family, or is that with the dude?
Just that my family's Scottish, and there's a long story about how I got the name, but yeah, the family's Scottish. Yeah.
Grand. All right. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to spin the wheel. Let's hope we don't get the others, the 10, the whatever it was, the 21, the 13. So close to 21. 22. All right. Rob Roy, I'm going to scroll down to 22. And how much do you know about this show? You know,
I know nothing about the show. I've watched the 3 people before me, but I know nothing. Nicole Wilkinson said that I should jump on because she was on here last week. So cool. I'm down with anything though. So
referrals are great. I love it when people refer the show. But yeah, you're an old hand then in that case. If you've seen the prior people that did it, the prior dudes. All right, here we go. What was the last song you sang along to?
Casual Affair, Panic at the Disco last night.
Wow. How does that go?
I don't know. I can't sing it without the music. Without the music. Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah. Fair enough. Have you ever driven a stretch? This is so funny. What did you say you just stopped doing? Driving, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the second question is, have you ever driven a stretch of road in autopilot and not remembered driving it?
Oh yeah.
Weird when that happens, right? It's usually a stretch of road that you normally do a lot, and then you find yourself, after a long period of time, you arrive and you can't remember the last 20 minutes of the road. It's just bizarre.
Exactly.
It's just strange.
Yeah.
Have you ever gone sleepwalking?
I don't know, to be honest. If I have. I mean, I'm single, and I don't, I don't live with anyone. So if I have, I don't know.
Who would know? Yeah, who would tell you? Especially if you go back to bed, and you may think, okay, well, this wasn't where I, put it last time in the kitchen. So that might be an inkling. Or you could have a ghost. I mean, choose one of the two. Which of your vices or bad habits would be the hardest to give up?
I've given up a lot already, but smoking was probably the hardest one.
That was the hardest to kick. Good for you, by the way. Good for you.
Thank you.
What prompted that, by the way? Did you just decide, listen, this is no good for me, I'm going to...
Yeah, I think that was what it was. It was just, this isn't working for me anymore, and I don't want to smell like this anymore.
Good man. What really needs to be modernized?
Not much. I think that we're pretty modern already. The only thing I would say is people's views on modernization.
You're going meta. How comfortable are you speaking in front of large groups of people?
Oh, bring it on. I'm a theater performer. Let's go.
All right. So you're game. When was the last time you slept more than 9 hours?
I have insomnia. I have no clue.
Oh man, that's so hard. That's hard.
Now, if you ask me when the last time I slept more than 4 hours was, I could probably tell you.
That's not good. That's that. I mean, we need to sleep. We need to.
It's true.
Have you battled with insomnia for most of your life?
All my life.
Really?
My life. Yeah.
And was this like was it a family thing? Did either of your parents know?
I just can't sleep.
That's so tough. It's tough. So what do you do? Do you read a book?
I take cat naps.
Okay. So you try and squeeze it in that way. Fair enough.
Yeah.
What bit of trivia do you know that is very interesting but also useless?
So much trivia. I can tell you all sorts of crazy ballet trivia. I'm trained in classical ballet, so I mean I can tell you all sorts of weird Russian ballet stuff.
Because that's what you geeked out on. Okay.
I geek out on a lot of things, but that's one of them. Yeah.
Got it. What animal or plant do you think should be renamed?
I have no idea. How about we change the name of the platypus to the androgynous beaver?
Yeah, fair. I'd sign up for that if there was a poll. When is censorship warranted?
I don't know that censorship is ever warranted, but I don't think that people should be allowed to threaten other people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, so yeah, I don't want to. I don't care what people say about me, but if they threaten my life or someone around me, I don't think that should be allowed.
Yep.
So in that case.
Yep. Fair enough. What actor or actresses, so what actors or actresses can't play a different character because they played their most famous character too well?
You know, I would probably have to say, you know, if he wasn't so good, I would say Jack Nicholson. But he really can get outside of that kind of shining role and do something different. But he would be up there. I would think, you know, people think of him as Jack Torrance, you know, so.
Yeah, that's kind of stuck. What's something that all your friends agree on?
That I'm weird.
What languages do you wish you could speak?
I can sort of speak Italian and French, but I really wish that I was fluent in Italian.
And why Italian and not French?
Because I love Italy, and I want to be able to read Michelangelo's diaries. Got it.
See, comprende. What's something that absolutely everyone in the entire world can agree on?
That no one can agree on anything.
Penultimate question, Rob Roy. What's some insider knowledge that only people in your line of work have?
What a backstitch is.
Okay. What is a backstitch?
A backstitch is what you do when you sew so that you lock the threads so that they don't come loose.
Got it. That seems kind of like it would be very important to know.
Yeah.
Final question. What's the worst hairstyle you've ever had?
I had a mullet in high school, and a lot of people would say that my hairstyle right now is horrible. So, but I'm like, I don't care. I like it. So
yeah, that's the main point. If you like it, then doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Rob, Roy, how do you feel?
Oh, pretty fabulous as always. Thank you.
Was that enjoyable? I enjoyed very much meeting you, and thank you for joining me in the Lukewarm Seat. I'm going to invite Mick, Adam, and Nathan back. Guys, you are now bonded forevermore.
Oh, I love it.
The 16 question show. Yeah, thank you to each and every one of you for participating. And I look forward to seeing you next week. If you can catch the show, if you'd like to refer any of your pals, then obviously do that. And anything you want to add, guys? Anything that do you want to answer any of the other questions? By the way, anyone heard something? Yeah, Nathan, go ahead.
Why don't we rename the eggplant?
Yes.
I'm allergic to eggplant.
What happens? What happens when you eat it, Adam?
My tongue and mouth swell up and I can't talk.
Oh my gosh.
So there's no eggplant parm before I do my show.
Yeah, that would not be good. When did you discover that?
It's only in the last couple of years. I think it's an adult allergy.
Interesting. Yeah. Interesting. Any other thoughts on any other questions, gentlemen?
I just wanted to tell Adam, since he brought up Dave Matthews, I'm actually going to be a vendor at the Gorge in Labor Day weekend, and Dave Matthews is the headliner.
Yeah. So, Gorge. Yeah. I got to get out there. There's a couple of bands. I got to get out to Red Rocks, and I got to get out to the Gorge. Those are two venues I want to see shows at.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, guys. Thank you so much again. Rob Roy, Mick Adam, Nathan, Adam Posner. Guys, thank you. Have a fantastic hump day. And I will play us out. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.